Now that the National Union of Local Government Employees, led by its president, Akeem Olatunju, has asked that value-added tax be collected by local councils and not the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, nor state governments, let's discuss the controversies quickly. 1. Dele Farotimi says the race to restructuring has begun. Governor Wike of Rivers State fired the bullet, regardless of his personal reasons. Nigerians are keeping their focus on the end, not Governor Wike's political gimmicks. We're just very grateful to be discussing something progressive in the polity, aside from cattle ranches, grazing routes, and counting cattle. 2. A lot of Nigerians work in the informal sector due to mass unemployment. So if you don't work in a company that pays personal income tax on your behalf, you escape paying taxes. So the government introduced VAT in 1993 for consumers in the informal sector, which constitutes a major chunk of Nigerian citizens, to pay taxes on goods and products consumed. Now, if you buy garri in the open market, you won't pay VAT on it, even though VAT is a consumption tax. But the market woman has not been captured under our formal tax nets, even though they pay all sorts of informal taxes in the markets. But when you buy packaged garri in the supermarket, you will most definitely pay VAT on it. Why? Because the supermarket has been registered to pay VAT. But personal income taxes are usually collected by state governments, you may opine. Exactly. VAT is also not on the exclusive list. It's on the concurrent list. So any tier of government at all may collect it. Why then did Governor Wike challenge the federal government's collection of VAT? He mentioned the injustice of Kano destroying alcohol, but they get a major chunk of taxes on alcohol from the south. Justice Stephen Palm of the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt had on August 10, 2021 ruled that the Rivers State government and not the FIRS should be collecting VAT and personal income tax in Rivers State. September 6, 2021, the court also dismissed the FIRS's application for a stay of execution, noting that the earlier order remained valid until set aside by a higher court of competent jurisdiction. FIRS then proceeded to the appeal court. On Friday, September 10, 2021, the appeal court, presided over by 3 judges, asked all parties to hold their horses. Justice Haruna Samani, who delivered the ruling of the appellate court, ordered that the status quo ante bellum be preserved and adjourn the matter till Thursday, September 16, 2021, to enable the parties to file their response to the application filed by the Lagos State government to join the suit. Rivers and Lagos State Houses of Assembly have already passed their VAT laws. 3. Now local governments are asking to collect VAT. And they have a right to this demand. The fact that our local governments have turned to local offices of political godfathers does not diminish the fact that they are the ones closest to the people and ought to be the ones providing primary governance. The sharing formula of the collected VAT has been unfair to the states where most VAT is collected, making governors of other states lazy. Just go to Abuja to receive federal allocations monthly for doing absolutely nothing. The federal government's collection of VAT is really not the issue. For companies with branches across different states, it's easier to just pay into the federal purse than pay to different states. So some proponents ask that FIRS keeps collecting VAT, but share according to derivation, which is just 20% of the sharing formula right now, and not population, which constitutes 30% of the sharing formula. The other 50% is shared equally. Let the states with huge populations go and generate internal revenue if they want to collect huge allocations. How can 100% of Zamfara's gold be for Zamfara, but you give Rivers State 13% derivation on oil and 20% derivation on VAT? Just seems unfair. Governor of Gombe is asking southern governors to be their brother's keepers. But Gombe citizens believe the governor is not doing anything with the population in terms of human capital development. They need to really sit up and govern, not keep going cap in hand to Abuja. Someone joked that Hisba will soon start hawking alcoholic beverages. Don't be person who collect salary, they destroy beer. It's the hypocrisy for me. You pretend that your population are holy. You destroy alcohol, but run to Abuja to collect taxes on alcohol from the south. This conversation is really long and it has just started. Do you agree with local government employees that they ought to collect VAT since the consumption is done in their local councils? Send us your opinion on all our social media platforms. We'd love to hear from you.